So be a part of my dynasty. So be a part of my dynasty. Oh, you know we be rolling streets. Hey, I'm mastermind, I be killing beats.
Hey KR Squad, it's your girl Kelsey and I'm back at it again with another video for you guys. So in today's video I decided that I wanted to let you guys in on some tips and tricks that I use when editing on iMovie. I know when it comes to iMovie, a lot of people tend to stay away from it because it's not as advanced as other editing softwares such as Final Cut Pros. However, for me starting off with YouTube, I find that iMovie works perfectly fine for me and it's great for people, especially if they're now starting. One, because it's absolutely free, so that's a bonus when you're starting a channel. Two, even though there's only basic things that you can do, there's still a few tips and tricks on how you can spice up your video so it still looks really cool. That being said, if you guys want to see some of the tips and tricks that I use while editing on iMovie, please continue watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below, and click that little bell button so you're notified every time I post. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so to begin, one of the first things I'm going to start off by sharing with you guys is how to add green screen effects into your video. So one thing I really like about this is that green screen videos can elevate your videos so much more because there's so many different effects out there that people create that you can use within your video. So the first thing I'm going to show you is if you want to add a camera screen recorder like this one here into your video. Alright guys, so the first thing you're going to need to do is go onto YouTube and then you're going to type in the green screen that you want. So as you guys can see, I have a list of them that I was going through earlier. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to do the screen recording or the camera recording. Okay, so now to get the camera screen recorder, you just would type in camera screen green screen. So then once you do that, there's a ton of different ones that will pop up and then you just go and choose the one that you like. I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna do this one. I'm just gonna run my cursor over it to see if I like it. It looks pretty cool. So then what I'm gonna do is highlight the link, copy it, and then I'm going to go over to Clip Grab. Clip Grab, for those of you who don't know, it is just a way to download videos off of YouTube. So you go to Clip Grab and then you could either type in the effect that you're looking for right here in search, or you can go on YouTube, find it first, make sure that it's something you like, and then copy and paste it onto here. So after I do that, I copied and pasted the link right here. I'm just gonna hit enter twice and then it's gonna start downloading it for me. So after you finish your downloading process from Clip Grab, you're gonna go back to iMovie. I'm just going to head on over to my downloads. So I'm gonna type that in and my downloads pop up. Here is the video that I just downloaded from Clip Grab. So I'm just gonna drag that over to my editing space. What you're gonna do now is you're going to drag the recorder that you just got. You're gonna drag it onto your image. You're gonna go through and find the spot that you want. So I wanna do somewhere around here. So I'm gonna hit Control Command and then the keypad, and then I'm gonna split it, delete that, drag it to the spot that I want. So there looks about good. And then you just pick wherever you want to end it. So again, Control Command keypad, split, and then delete the rest of it. So here is the crucial step to getting it into the green screen effect. So what you're going to do is click on the green screen, make sure it's highlighted in yellow. So you see that that's yellow. And if I click off of it, it goes back normal. So you want to make sure that it's yellow. Then what you're going to do is go to this tab right up here. Square right here, you're going to click on that. So for this, you're going to go to green screen, click on that, and then boom, just like that, the video is no longer green. You have it on top of your video. And also make sure that you mute it if you don't want the sound effect from the video. Another thing with green screens is that it's not only used just to add like different cool effects such as like stars or explosions, you can also add different text as well. So you guys have probably seen around on YouTube where people would have a transition where it comes in and then it would have like the subscribe and then click the bell and then it's just all an effect in one. Basically with that, a lot of people either make that effect for themselves and then add it into their video, or B, they also go onto YouTube, follow the same steps, type in YouTube, subscribe, green screen effect, and then download it. And then they would just go through the exact same process that we just went through. The next thing I'm going to talk about is adding pop-ups on your screen. So adding different PNGs onto your screen. So like green screen, it's somewhat similar, but you don't need to use the green screen process. Alright guys, so now I'm going to show you how to create pop-ups in your videos, which is honestly one of the easiest things you can do on iMovie. So what you're going to do is start off by going on Google. I'm going to show you two different ways to get a PNG, which is an image with a transparent background. The first way is by just literally typing in the image that you want and then putting PNG on the end of it to make sure that it's a transparent background. And the second way is by actually using a different app called Remove Background, which I have right over here. I'll show you that later, which will transform any image that you'd like into a PNG background or an image with a transparent background. So what I'm going to do first is pick an image that I want to put into my video as a pop-up. So I'm just going to do a heart. One thing you do want to make sure though is that you put PNG at the end of heart, because if you don't, you'll just get a bunch of images like these ones here that don't have a transparent background. So we're gonna go back in and type in PNG at the end, and then you click on the images. So once you click on the image and you see these checkered squares all the way around, that tells you that the image is PNG. So now I'm just going to download the image onto my computer. So the second way I'm going to show you how to create a PNG background or a transparent background for an image is by using an app called Remove Background. So I'm going to go back to Google and I'm going to type in an image that I want. So for example, I want an image of Kylie Jenner's face. However, you're not going to get a PNG background image of Kylie Jenner's face. So what I'm going to do is save this image. Then I'm going to move on to the website called Remove Background. This website is amazing because it literally removes the background of any image you want. So you would upload your image, and there's my image that was saved. I'm gonna upload it, and boom, this background is gone, and all I have is Kylie Jenner's face, which is what I want for my pop-up. So once you're back in iMovie, you're just going to go and get your downloaded images so that we can start the process of creating pop-ups. So first I'm going to start off with my heart PNG. So I'm just going to drag it onto my video. So the first thing you're going to do is go to this box up here, which is the same one we used for the green screen effect. However, instead of going this time to green screen, you're going to go to picture in picture. So once you click picture in picture, you can tell that the heart is still non-existent. So then you're going to go to this button right up here, which is your cropped button. So then you're going to click on it, and then it gives you three options. It gives you fit, it gives you crop to fill, or it gives you Ken Burns. So the one that we're going to focus on is fit. And then click on our video again, and then boom. There it is, the image is there and it's fit into the screen. One thing that is amazing about putting the image in picture is the fact that you're able to make it smaller, make it bigger, flip it, move it around. So you can literally put the image wherever you want on the screen. So I'm just gonna stick the image there, and then we're gonna play it. Boom. Once we played it, do you see how it fades in like that? We don't want that. So what you're gonna do is right in the same area that you put it in picture, you're going to put the dissolve at 0. By putting it at 0, the image does not fade. Now what I'm gonna show you is the difference between making it a PNG and making sure that it is a transparent background versus having it with just a normal background. See that difference? I just feel like personally it just looks so much better without the background. Look at that, it looks seamless. It's just so much prettier. The last step that I'm going to show you guys that I do when I create a pop-up is add a sound effect to it so that it just elevates the video a little bit more. So I just go to my audio, and then my favorite sound effect that I use is literally just a bottle cork. So I would drag that down under the image, and I'm going to do it twice. Drag it under the image, and then once you play it, you'll hear the little pop pop as the image comes on. So here we go. Do you see that? I just feel like it looks so much better and it sounds so much better, and it just adds a greater effect. The next way you can create some awesome effects on iMovie is through doing different types of cuts. So the 4 different types I'm going to talk about is doing just a simple split clip, show you how to just cut up your images and split them. The next one is called Ken Burns. The next one is a crops. And then the next one is called Ken Burns and hold. So let's get into how I do different cuts. The first one that I'm going to start off with is just doing your simple splits. So this is honestly very easy. All you have to do is drag your cursor to wherever you want to stop it first. So if I want to stop it here, I'll click on it. Then I'm going to do Control, Command, and then hit my keypad. Then this will pop up and then you'll click Split Clip. So then, for example, if you wanted to take out this section, you'll drag your cursor to wherever you want to go to and then click on it again. Control, Command, keypad, and then Split Clip. Then you'll just simply click on the clip and delete it, and that clip will be gone. So then when you start playing it, it jumps to a different section. Alright guys, so the next thing that I'm going to show you to do is how to crop the image. So you're just going to do the same process as splitting the clip. Command, Control, keypad, then click Split Clip. Then what you're going to do is drag your cursor to where you want it to end. So we're going to end it here, so I'm just going to do the same thing, Command, Control, Split, and then go to Split Clip. Then what I'm going to do is move on up to the top here, and then I'm going to go to the crop section. You're going to click on that, and then once you do that, 3 things will pop up. So you have the option to fit, crop to fill, or Ken Burns. So when you want to crop an image, you're going to go to crop to fill. So click on that, and then you're just going to bring your little cropper in. I don't think that's a word, but that's what I'm going to go with. You're going to drag it to wherever you want. So if I want it to be this small, we'll do that. Then I'm just going to drag it around to fit wherever I want it to fit. So if I want it to be right here, that's where I'm going to place it. Once I have positioned it where I want it to be and where I want it to crop to, I'm just going to click enter, and then just like that, it is cropped. So now we're just going to play the clip so you can see the difference between it being regular and then it cropping in. So you guys see that transition? You just went from out, cropped in, cropped back out. Guys, so the next thing I'm going to show you is how to do a Ken Burn. So that's basically getting the image to start at a certain point, and then it's going to zoom in and end at a different point. So to do that, it's the same step as splitting a clip. So you go to Control, Command, keypad, split the clip. So that's your starting point. Then you choose wherever you want it to end. So I'm going to end it about here. Then I'm going to go to Command, Control, keypad, split that clip. So we're going to be working with this clip right here. That's what we're going to be zooming in to a different point. So what you're going to do now is go back to the same place where you got your crop effect from. So you're going to click on it, and then instead of clicking crop to fill, you're going to click Ken Burns. Once you click on Ken Burns, you'll see that we have 2 lines that pop up, or 2 boxes that pop up. The first one says start, and then the second one says end. So start obviously is where the video is going to start, and end is going to be your ending point, where it's going to end. So I wanted to zoom it in so it ends right here on me. So it's going to start here and it's going to end here. So now we're just going to click enter and see that transition. Boop. And that's it. So that's how easy it is to do Ken Burns. With Ken Burns also, if you want to reverse it, so for example, if you want the starting point to be this box here and then the ending point to be the full video, then you can just go to this little reverse button right here and then it will flip it. And then you can start from here and end here. So now I'm going to show you the difference between that. So go back here and let's play it. And that's that. Alright guys, so the last cropping effect that I'm going to show you is called Ken Burns and Hold. I don't know if that's the exact name for it, but that's just what I'm calling it, so we're gonna go with it. So basically what this is you're using the same Ken Burn effect, so the whole process of zooming this in, but instead of it jumping back to this original state once it's done zooming, I want it to hold at this position. What we're going to do is go back to the cropping effect, click on Ken Burns again. We have our starting point, so I'm just going to start it right at the beginning, and then we're going to end it somewhere around the same position that I ended for the last one. So I'm going to end it about here. So we're going to click enter. So you'll see right now it does the zoom effect. But again, as I said earlier, for this one here, I want it to hold at this end part right here. So what I'm going to do now, after I already added the zoom effect, I'm going to split the clip again. So to do that, again, you do Control, Command, keypad, and split clip. So once you split the clip, this is how it looks. You see how it's zoomed twice? So it zoomed in, and then it jumped back out, zoomed in again. We don't want that. So with the clip that we just split, the ending, what we're gonna do now is go back to the cropping effect. And with that same flip button that we used earlier to reverse the start and the end, we're going to use that. So we're gonna flip it. Once we do this, this is the important step in order to get that hold. So once you flip it, you're gonna go back and click crop to fill. By clicking crop to fill, the video is going to now end in this crop position and it won't zoom back in again. Zoom, hold. You guys see that? So again, zoom, hold. So it just stays there versus what it did earlier where it literally zoomed twice. So it zoomed and then zoomed back out and then zoomed again. I hope this was helpful, and I do have a few more tricks and tips up my sleeve that I definitely will be sharing with you guys in a later video. So if you did like this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below, and click that little bell button so you're notified every time I post a video. All the links to my social medias are listed down below, so definitely check me out on there. And I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye!